Hello again, everyone. Welcome and thank you for watching my channel. So my name is Tariq and I have something to say. In previous videos addressing the massacre on October 7th being a golden opportunity for peace, I will continue that message in subsequent and following videos. What I want to talk about today is a little bit of a historical context. So no one should be able to probably doubt the fact that Israel exploited the division that the Palestinian political and organizational division has an excuse to justify its obligations to the Oslo Peace Accords. If you don't know much about the Oslo Peace Accords, I will make another video about it. However, you can simply just Google that. So, the division which Hamas, definitely, with no doubt, no shadow of a doubt, is responsible for, is most definitely responsible for. Despite Israel having a major role in enabling Hamas's takeover of the Gaza Strip, despite that, and I'll get to that in a little bit, this didn't happen in a vacuum. This actually happened when Ariel Sharon, the Israeli general and prime minister, decided in August of 2005 to unilaterally, and we have to emphasize that and underline that word, unilaterally, end the Israeli occupation of the Gaza Strip, withdraw all the troops, remove all the actual settlers and settlements without coordinating with the legitimate representative of the Palestinian people and the one entity that Israel recognized as the legitimate representative of the Palestinian people and signed the Oslo Accord with, which is the PLO and subsequently the Palestinian Authorization. So Ariel Sharon decided to, on his own, just pull out, ignoring the facts on the ground, and basically ignoring the Palestinian Authority, which is the administration on the ground, and in essence absolving Israel from its commitment to the peace accords, the Oslo Peace Accords. So what that resulted in is opening the door wide open for Hamas to execute an armed coup against the Palestinian Authority. That coup was a violent coup. It resulted in Palestinians killing Palestinians, which tells you how much Hamas is a religious militia more than a Palestinian freedom-fighting militia or group or faction, and force its theocratical and assert its rule and control over the whole of Gaza Strip. So that happened. Fast forward to 2023, October 7th, and the situation we are witnessing today. An oversimplified example that I will try to use as an analogy to deliver a simple message. If my neighbor was to break into my home and shoot and kill my family, my children, my partner, my wife, does that give me the right to avenge my loss and grief by basically taking the law into my own hands and going to his house, blowing it up, knowing all too well that his family, his wife and his children are inside that house? Please think about that question. Because we, as a civilized society, civilized international community, believe in laws, authorities, a legal framework which would prevent me from such a reaction. So vengeance and revenge should not be tolerated, should not be allowed, and they are not allowed. Does that change when it comes to a state versus an individual? I think the responsibility, and that's just a subjective opinion, my own, I think it's a greater responsibility for a democratic, civilized, modern state to be held to such principles and rules. Now, let me ask, does Israel, under its current situation, and does that principle apply to its current acts of vengeance under the cover of right to defend itself? Question mark. I leave that question to you. And the bigger question, does the quote, air quotes, if you kill my people, well, I will kill more of your people, which has been going on for pretty much 17, if not 20, 25 years in the Gaza Strip alone. I'm not discussing the West Bank at this point. Do we think it's a sustainable and is actually achieving the desired result? Question mark. I will leave that up to you for now. Why would anyone think that this time, this one last act of violence will be different? Why will killing thousands of civilians part of the objective to uproot and destroy Hamas and its military capabilities? Why do we think that this time is different, unique, distinguished, given the history that we have over at least the past 17 years of I killed your people, you kill my people, and it keeps happening. So what's going to change this time? I don't know. Given what's been happening, I'm at a loss. And that's not a personal opinion. I have pondered this subjectively. I've tried to resort to reason, to objective reality, international law, Declaration of Human Rights, UN resolutions, which, I'm sorry, but I have to say it, which Israel has refused to comply by, even though they were unanimously approved by the United Nations Security Council, which means the US did not veto them. Look up UN resolutions or Security Council resolutions 242, 338 after the 1967 war, and you'll know what I'm talking about. So I will not even attempt to claim that I have the answer at this point. However, I will ask, I will beg of you to ponder the question and just think about what we're witnessing, of all the death and destruction, the civilian casualties that are paying the price for a conflict between a militant faction with primitive weaponry, which committed an atrocity. I will not debate that. And the victim in this atrocity is going beyond the call of duty of protecting itself. It is actually behaving like a crazed, vengeful, mad man. I don't mean to take sides in this conflict. I promise you I will always do my best to remain objective. And my principles are telling me that I have to say this. I believe in stating things as they are, no matter how much the truth might upset some people. It's still fact. It's still truth. It's not emotional truth. It's not alternative facts. It's simply objective reality on the ground. I will leave you with that. And I thank you again for watching. I hope you would come back. I would hope you would participate. Share your opinion. I will not be offended personally, no matter what anyone would say. And I think I will have more to say. So I will be back soon with more of I have something